citizens, welcome back again to our conversation, which I already promised you on campus relationship. It's today you can't afford to just one of the most important conversations that this millennial needs. On board, I have a guest who will assist us in tackling the conversation. Welcome on board, my guest, and can you introduce yourself to the show?
Uh, my name is Yolanda Bella Oko. I'm a student, but I'm also a full-time YouTuber, a dancer. My channel is Dance with Yolanda Bella on YouTube, and I'm happy that I've been invited to this show to air out some of my opinions, which are open to critics. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. She's a YouTuber. She knows how to dance, and at the end of the show, we might end up dancing, dear viewer. Welcome to the show where we're going to was campus relation. You've known that in the current times, we've had violence of these campus relationships, and these cases are so much horrible, but I'm not saying this is my view on it. My guest is here to help us enjoy it. So, to our guest Yolanda, how do you view within campus relationship?
Well, that is so broad, but in very few words, I think campus relationships are like practice the outside world.
Amateurs.
Yes, but not that it's a bad or it's a good thing. It all depends, because at the end of the day, all our experiences in campus relationships vary from one person to another. But generally, these are two premature people, or young adults who still don't know how to go about life, how to even solve their own personal issues away from relationships.
Yeah, sure.
So I wouldn't expect much of those relationships, because you're still developing, you're still knowing each other, and you can't really make permanent decisions based on these campus relationships.
Yeah, exactly. And to add on that, people are just on the same level. You may be 22 years, your friend is just 22 years. You see, these are just different people who are reasoning the same. Campus relationships are tried to some, eh? Some even leave school with kids and they live up happily, they get jobs. I would like you share to us, Bella, challenges these campus lovers who face in their love.
Okay. There, there are a lot of challenges in campus relationships. One of them being financial, obviously, because most, if not all, are still dependent on their parents, and you don't really expect to be getting a lot of money from your parents. Obviously, they're budgeting with what they know only one person can use for a whole semester, and here you are, maybe you have a girlfriend or you have a boyfriend, and what you're receiving from your parents is not much. And nowadays, like I said, my opinions are open to critics. Nowadays, you don't. It's very difficult to find a relationship where the whole financial thing is not talked about, because
Sure.
you want to take me out, you have to spend money on me.
Exactly.
I want to make my hair.
I want to feel nice.
Definitely. So the moment I find that you cannot do all this, or you can't do most
You
of
move
them,
on.
not necessarily move on, but it becomes a strain on the relationship. You get.
Yeah,
On
yeah,
top
I
of
get you.
that, another problem, I might say, is still on the edge. Like I said, we are all still young, so we may interpret some things in relationships the wrong way.
The
which-
intonation.
Exactly,
Mhm.
because we're still young adults, we're still growing. So most of our decisions are from a young person's mind and view. So that may also be a challenge, because you might interpret something the wrong way, and it could bring, violence, arguments, breakups that are ugly. So those are some of the challenges that rise from campus relationships.
Sure, and in this age, once you you start criticizing me, I may think I'm the best one. Like in whatever I'm saying, I'm just accurate, and the opposite, with the interplay which is not so good will be that even you know the failed relationships. Currently, we've had rising cases of violence, girls, boys, the relationships stabbing one another. So, what do you think fuels this violence in our universities? Because many parents have lost their kids over this campus relationship. So, what's your view on the violent thing?
Okay, I'm really glad you brought that up because now there's like a serious rise in cases of murder within campus relationships, murder within friends. There's a lot of violence, domestic violence and gender-based violence that is cropping up in these campus relationships. And like I said before, these are young adults. I'll continue preaching and using the word young adults because
Preaching.
yes, because a campus student, basically, if you're not maybe pursuing your degree after a while, you're still a young person. You are between the ages of 18 to around 20, 25, 28. You're still a young adult, and
A young youth.
exactly. So there's some situations that you might misinterpret or you might overreact because, like I said, you're still growing, you're still knowing yourself, you're still knowing your limits, and you're still trying to figure out how to deal with life's issues.
Yeah, for sure.
Because life will always have its own issues, whether you're an adult, whether you're a young person, whether you're an old person. There are always issues in life that you need to solve. But as a young adult, you may not know how to handle yourself in the event of an issue yet. So that's why somebody may resort to violence. But violence is not the way out. Violence is not how you solve a problem. That is creating more problem. So as much as there are issues in campus relationships, I don't advocate for violence. If it's not working out, sio lazima, achana nayo. If your boyfriend is slapping you or your girlfriend is slapping you, there's no justification for that. Walk away. Are we together?
Exactly.
There are small red flags that people they don't really take them seriously until it's too late. Maybe the first time your girlfriend slaps you or your boyfriend slaps you,
Yeah.
you take that as I deserved it. Nobody deserves to be beaten. Nobody
Sure.
deserves to be um, to be harassed sexually, emotionally, mentally. No, you don't deserve all that. So at the end of the day, I'm going to tell the youths out there, as much as there's campus relationship, because I cannot refuse, you can't prevent people from being in relationships. What I'm advocating for is there shouldn't be violence in relationships. Whether you're on the wrong or whichever the case, violence is not advocated for in relationships. We must strive to prevent domestic violence and to stop gender violence.
Exactly. In short, you stand for uh, fighting violence all the way through. Like, violence is not the best way to solve problems. Whenever you have those skills, you have challenges, then just look on the best way which you can do. Then, in conclusion of our conversation today, would you advise for campus relationships?
Like I said, you cannot really say that there shouldn't be relationships in campus because at the end of the day, you can close your eyes to what you don't want to see, but you can't close your heart to what you don't want to feel. So you might find yourself falling in love with somebody or whichever the case, but um, just take it easy because you're still young people trying to figure out their lives, trying to figure out what you want. Don't make any permanent life decisions based on that campus relationship.
Exactly.
Just take it easy, take it slow, but whichever the case, if you see a red flag either in terms of violence or whatsoever, just walk away before it's too late.
Yeah, thank you so much for your remarks, Bella, which are so helpful. Once we follow them as use, then we'll have reduced cases in this violence in campus relationships. And to add on the challenges, social media is one of the things which is fueling up this pressure, this thing of violence, and also on peer pressure. Once you see your friend has thrived in their relationship, then you might think you should also have the best. You deserve the best. Obviously, everyone deserves the best, but we are misinterpreting this thing and going out of the way. So that's where we reached a comma to our conversation today. More of this you'll be receiving in our next series of episodes. Thank you so much, dear viewer, for listening, for watching. Can you put this into practice and all will be good for you? Don't forget to subscribe, leave a comment, and even share widely. We as Jumbe TV, we appreciate your concern and your effort and commitment to viewing our content. Thank you so much.